Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure to subscribe so you have a chance to win. I got some really great sales going out today, some interesting stuff, and some big ticket items. That's my favorite by far. It'll be even better if the 3 items that haven't been paid for get paid for. Who knows? That's always a crapshoot. One of them I don't think they're gonna pay for. It is, I'll put the picture here, a Green Bay Packers Super Bowl something, the one in New Orleans. They purchased it before the Packers game and then didn't pay for it. So I'm guessing what happened is they got really excited about the season, watched the game, and then went, you know what? This team is terrible. I guess I won't buy the hat. That's what I'm guessing. Also, I hate the Packers. Go Lions. So first thing going out on C2 is a Ivory North American PJD, and I think I got the numbers wrong on the plane, but it's a model. It's a plane model. I don't mean plane as it's plain looking. I mean plane as an aeroplane. Right here. Ivory North American PBJ 1D US Navy Bomber 1/72nd scale. And for that item, I accepted an offer, about $10 off, but I was feeling, I would say generous, but that's not the right word. Hadn't had any sales in about a half a day, so I was feeling needy, I guess would be a better way to put that. $24 plus shipping. Got this, I think, in one of the lots from my buddy Mikhail, so I paid very little for that item. Next thing going out on D1 is a vintage Highmark alabaster trinket box. D1 down here, this very fragile looking item here, because I every once in a while watch Kat Nurse Flipper. I did watch her thing on trinket boxes, so I've been keeping my eye out for them. I haven't found any. This also came from one of the Mikhail mystery boxes. I think that's what I'll start calling them. Little trepidation about calling it that because I in no way want to promote people buying mystery box. I've done it before. Mostly I did it for research to see how good they would be. It wasn't even fun. It was just a waste of time. There might be good ones out there. I think there used to be good ones out there, and then it became a thing. When good people start making money off something, then bad people come in and try to make money off that in a scammy way. And that's what happened with mystery boxes. So there might be good ones. I can't advise ever buying one. But for that vintage Highmark yellow alabaster trinket box, $16.99 plus shipping. I did send out an offer. Next thing going out, some VHS, Charlie Brown VHS movie lot. And if I move this Power Rangers one, they are right here. There we go. And I actually might spread the VHS out a little bit just because I got some space in there and I don't really have any to list, so that's cool. These are actually to a repeat buyer. I think they've bought VHS off me before, and maybe they've realized, hey, this guy has decently priced lots of VHS and also will take offers, because on that I took an offer, $13 free shipping. Next up, it's a book, The Flight of the Falcon. Right here, Flight of the Falcon by Daphne de Maurier. That's French for sure. Du Maurier. Maurier. That's my attempt at French. Actually, I had a buyer bought some Barbie clothes from me. It was from France. And she actually messaged me, say, hey, thank you, it made it, blah, 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 which I don't normally, buyers don't usually do that. They leave a comment. They don't usually like send you an actual message. But then they also left a feedback, but the feedback they left in French. And I actually copied and pasted, and I went to Google Translate, and then I got discombobulated or onto something else, baby crying, something. So it's still a mystery to me. I'm hoping they say something like, hey, if you're in France, this person gets your stuff to you safely. But for that book right there, $6.49 free shipping. I did send out an offer, but I think the price on it was only $6.99 or $7.99. So just trying to clear that one off the shelf because I do have books to list. Surprise, surprise, I have more books. Next thing going out, this didn't take long. Sega Dreamcast on C5, Sega Dreamcast keyboard, the ultimate gaming system. And Jen and I are a few years apart. I don't know, 8 years apart or something like that. I don't keep track of my birthdays anymore. And people are, not people. Jen's always surprised that I have no clue how old I am. And then she'll remind me and I still have no clue. Because I don't care. After like 25, my car insurance got cheaper. None of these years matter. I don't care how old I am. I don't care when my birthday is. I mean, I know when my birthday is, but none of it matters to me anymore. I don't care. It's just another day. Live your life. Whatever. But the point of that is she had no clue what a Dreamcast was. No clue at all. So if you don't know, a Sega Dreamcast is kind of like your Betamax to your VHS. It was actually a superior product in my opinion. I think it came out before PlayStation 1 and it had discs, but it was very expensive. It was too much money. And for a system, you know, systems people pay crazy money for anyways. In the time, it was too much money. It did not get adopted. It moved along. It was popular enough. It wasn't as bad as Betamax, where it was just kind of a splash in the pan, even though it was a superior product. But it didn't last long, and for the most part, people didn't have a Dreamcast. You go, oh, I know what a Dreamcast was. I had a this. I know what that is. I played this. That kind of thing. My cousin had one. I played it a couple times. It was a good thing, but if your friends aren't playing the same games you're playing, what does it matter? For that item that I paid $5 for the mouse and the keyboard. Keyboard sold for $65 plus ship. Took an offer on that. And if you would remember from last video, the mouse sold for $45, I think, but also had a coupon at checkout because I don't know how coupons work apparently. And I sent out just a open coupon to every purchase in the store. So there was I think 10% running on the store plus 20% of coupon, but I paid $5 for both of them. So that still ends up being $5 into about $100. That's great. And it took days, couple days. Yeah, under a week. So that's awesome. Next thing going out, I'm going to shoot a message to this buyer just to have some type of communication because they messaged me a few times, bought the item anyways. I'll get back to it. I know where it is. It doesn't have shelf location, but it is a burlap window valance with hummingbirds and flowers, which is, yes, in this bag right here. And the buyer messaged me at first. And they said, well, how you got a measurement for this way. What's the measurement for the other direction? There we go. That right there. And then she almost immediately messaged me again and said, oh, sorry, my bad. I see that you have the measurements. Can you let me know approximately how many hummingbirds there will be on the total item, which I think there's a picture of it completely sprawled out, so you could probably find that out on your own. But either way, before I had a chance to answer that message, she just went ahead and purchased it, and then also left me a message. Thank you so much. My mom will love this valance, because she sent me an offer, $17. I think it was $19.99 free shipping. $17 free shipping is great for me. I think I paid 25 cents, 50 cents, something like that for it. But just to reach out. She seems like a nice person. I don't want to just leave her messages hanging there. But it happened twice in the same day. I had this person, messages, purchased it anyways without their answer. Then further down the list, had another person, sent me messages, and then purchased it without the answers. So I don't know. Well, actually, it's the very next one, so we can get to that story right now. A3 is a vintage chic travel razor. A3 vintage. Well, I was just on the complete wrong side. A3 right here in front of my face. I'm digging all over the place over on C3. This one right here, like I said, it is a chic repeating travel razor in leather sheath. And I'll pull this open just because it's very, ow, that's a razor. Just cut myself with a old razor. Okay, wow. Don't do that, Drew. Okay, I'm not bleeding. Okay, so this is a razor. I say to myself, knowing that I said it and then cut myself anyways. But I'm not going to try to finagle with it because I don't know how it works and I didn't list it. But what it's supposed to do, let's see if I can... No, I'm not going to bother with it because there's a blade in this thing and luckily, it didn't break the skin, but it was enough to say, hey, dummy, there's a blade in this thing. All right, so don't do that. Don't cut yourself with antique blades. Probably should have just taken the blade out. Either way, it's from 1926, and why they messaged is because, you see, it's just this straight piece, but in the picture, you see it looks like a regular razor. And I guess what it does is you pull the plunger back, and it will actually, when you release, it will eject the blade and replace the blade or something, which I thought that's magic. That's some witchcraft of some kind. And so they messaged and they did the thing that people like to do that I don't know if they think that helps. It doesn't. It makes it worse. It makes me less likely to sell you a thing, less likely to give you a deal. They said, oh, well, it's gonna have to have some repairs. And you know, they're trying to sell you on giving them a better price. I said I wasn't even aware it did that. I don't know if we have extra blades to test it. I'll ask. I got lucky there. That's a legitimate razor blade. I could have cut myself real bad. So yeah, after I said, yeah, I could test it for you and stuff, that's when they said, oh, well, it's probably gonna need some repairs. They sent a real lowball offer at that point before I responded. And so then I knew what they were doing. So I said, okay, I could check. I could send you some more pictures, da-da-da-da-da. We go back and forth a little bit. I'm not gonna even look it up. They just were, I don't know, they were trying to get a deal out of me when they could have just sent me an offer for the price they thought was fair. It was listed $49.99. They sent all this stuff to send me a lowball offer of $25. I told them, I just listed it today. I can do $39.99. They purchased it. All right, there it is. Just a simple power block for that one. $9.99 free shipping. Next thing going out is a hat. A Cub Cadet tractor camo hat. I'll ever find it if it's camouflaged. But this one right here, it's a Velcro back. I think this is unused or new, like other people would say. And they sent me an offer for $10, and I think it was $12.99. And they said, you know, what kind of condition is it in, da-da-da-da-da. I wasn't even home. There was no way I was going to go check for a $12.99 free shipper. So I just sent them an offer back, $10.99. There's pictures. If you want to examine the pictures and make those decisions, do that yourself. $10.99 free shipping on that item. And that's not me being rude. There's pictures available to show you the condition. If I tell you the condition, now I'm locked into what I think the condition is. Whereas if you look at the pictures, you're locked into what you think the condition is. Next thing going out, C2 is Kiss Hocus Pocus eyelashes right here. And I cannot believe that these are leaving my home. Maybe because they're just wild and crazy, because they are Halloween edition. But between Jen and Cadence, I mean, they put on eyelashes every other day. So that's odd to me that those would get sold, but hey, I'm okay with it. I'm sick of finding these little caterpillar things random places in my house, like stuck to me. Kiss Hocus Pocus Halloween limited edition lashes, $10.99 free shipping. Next thing going out, this is a good one. Oh, I love it. Nike Air Jordan Retro White, green, black. This is never easy for me because my eyes are terrible, but I'm pretty sure it's these ones right here for this pair that I had listed, I think $2.99. $2.99, they were 10% off. These ones right here, with these very cool bottoms. I think we listed these as used, but I don't know if these were ever worn. If they were never worn outside. I think they're new. But with the shoes, if it was like a toss-up, like I think they're new, then we didn't even try. We'll just put them as used. That's perfectly fine. Used shoes that are highly desirable can sell for great money. Like those ones that I got $269.99 plus shipping. Those will go through eBay authentication. And I paid $25 for them. That's fabulous. Love to see it. And $269.99, that's more than those cost brand new. That's an upcharge for a, I don't know if those are vintage, but they're a not available model anymore. And because of the box, I'm thinking if they're not vintage, they're close to vintage. But either way, $269.99, I'm guessing is more money than those cost originally. All right, had a decent amount of orders come in, plus they did pay for that one, so what a great sales day. Gonna go ahead and pull and pack as much as I can, get it out today, because it's Michael's birthday this weekend, and we're going camping, so I'm gonna try to take tomorrow off to get everything set up and probably go out to the campground, get all the tents set up before the kids even get out of school, so we don't have to do all that hassle with children. So let's go ahead and pull the rest of these, or at least get as far as we can before I have to run to the post office. So next thing going out, A3 is a Corning Grab It Bowl, A123. I'm guessing it's this one right here because it's a single listing. The Grab It Bowls which I did have somebody comment that, because I thought you had to have an anchor store to have a replenishable listing, but they said that there's a way you can do it. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that, because this is an item that I would love to have a permanent listing where if I don't have any, that listing stays up and I can just replenish the quantity whenever they come in, because I find them often. Not a ton of profits, but it's an item, like I said, if it's replenishable, that's great. So for that, grab it bowl, $8.99 plus shipping. All right, and next thing going out on C5 is a pair of Merrell men's shoes right up here. I picked these up 2 weeks ago at a garage sale. I paid $5 for them, and I really wanted to keep them because they're my size, and these are fantastic pair of Merrells. But then I looked up the price and I said, let's list them. And if it comes to that time of year and I still want them, I'll pull them down. But instead, sent out an offer, $53.99 plus shipping. I much rather have the $53.99 than have another pair of shoes, no matter how good they are. Next thing going out on B4 is a vintage Lennox Ivory, I don't know, like a candy dish. B4, is that what I said? Yes, right here. And I don't even know what that's the description that was in the title, but that's what it is. It's like a key dish, candy dish, Lennox, made in USA. What did we call that? Candy nut trinket, all the keywords. It's becoming a little weird for me to pull orders and film because Jen does almost 100% of the listing at this point. So I don't see items, I don't look them up. So I don't have all the details that I normally would have, or even any idea of what is being listed, because I buy it and then that's it, it's gone. There's a pretty big disconnect because I don't have to do all the research anymore. But either way, it's good for business. Just making videos, I'm having to kind of, what is this item? Where did it come from? Do I know it all? It's a little weird, getting used to it. But for that item, $17 free shipping, so not a ton of profit because I'll have to put this in a box. But either way, I think that's one of those items that my dad brought over and we said, okay, sure. You know, I'll give you a couple bucks for it, sure. Which I'm not a huge fan of, especially the glassware stuff. But when it's delivered to your front door, you kind of just got to. You kind of got to, right? Right? Do I? Yeah, I think so. Next thing going out is a vintage The Club anti-theft device, which you put on your steering wheel. It comes with the key. I picked this up at a garage sale for, I think, $2. Maybe $3, but I think $2. $20.69 plus shipping. That's actually going international. That's a very, it's not, it's not hard for me to pack this. It's not super big, but this is heavy. I mean, that's a piece of steel. That's pretty heavy. So they probably paid a lot of money. Next thing going out on C2 is an At Home with Meyer brass gold tone candle snuffer, new in package. I paid $1 for this. Not, anything amazing, but brass for me right now is going great. So I was willing to pay $2 for it. Willing to pay $1 for it. Turn that into $10.79 free shipping. Not a ton of money, but that's a keeping the wheels turning kind of flip. Also bought, listed, sold within 2 weeks. So that if it's a lower dollar item, but you flip it quickly, or any item, if you flip it quickly, makes it much better. And this is the one that they hadn't paid for. I was very hopeful. It's on D4. It's a Garmin GPS 12. D1234. It's right here behind these bowls. I'll try to remember to put those back. Actually, I'll do it right now because if not, there's a 0% chance I'll remember. But I got this for $2 because she didn't know if it worked. It didn't have a charger, so we had to swap out the batteries. Jen tested out, worked fine. Accepted an offer, $125 free shipping. $2 into $125 free shipping. That's amazing profits. This summer was GPS summer apparently. So that's the third one I got this summer that sold for over $100. The first two I paid $10 a piece. That one, $2. That's great. So that's $22 into like $425. Whoa. That was the first time I even thought about how much actual return that was on those purchases. That's nuts. That's awesome. Love it. That's, you know, paying a month's worth of bills. Well, not really a month's worth of bills, but, you know, paying a significant amount of bills type of stuff for the year. When I woke up with the sales for today, when I thought, I was like, okay, this one's going to get paid anyways. That was my thought with the shoes and with that. I went to Jen, I said, these are the days you really like. It's the days where in one day you pay like a month's worth of bills, like check it off the list. Great. Love it. Next thing going out, this is a big surprise to me on D3 is vintage Blinky blow mold Jack-o'-lanterns. There's 2 of them, and I got these, I'm pretty sure I got these in a Mikhail mystery box, and I was a little like, oh, what are you sending me here? These look like dollar store items. But no, these are vintage blow molds. The light goes in the back. I guess they're meant to sit in a window. That's why they got a low profile to them there. But for the pair of those, $35.99 free shipping. I sent out an offer. I think they were listed $39.99. And then last thing going out today, it's a book. The 7 story. Oh, the front is gray and the side was red, so it was throwing me off. I was looking for gray. Probably should have just looked for the title. The 7-Story Mountain. Oh, that changes the whole vibe if you finish the title. And for that book, took an offer, $15 free shipping. I think it was around $19.99, might even been $22.99, but like I always say on the books, I really don't care. Also, I don't do caffeine very well. It doesn't, I mean, it keeps me going, but this was a bad choice. They're delicious, they're wonderful. I'm a half can deep, and if you can't tell, I'm crazy. I need caffeine to keep me going through the day, but if I go over that edge just a little bit, I get the sweats, I get all weird. Sometimes I can't even start working because there's too much energy. I get that like nervous energy. It's not great. You guys have any good caffeine solutions? I know some people just drink coffee all day. I can't do that. I have like a cup in the morning to, you know, get me going, but I don't know. Caffeine's not it for me. I tried B12. That ain't it. If I'm taking B12, I might as well be doing cocaine. It's the worst. I get nauseous. It's bad. So does anybody have any good energy tips? You know, I've been considering trying that. There's like that mushroom coffee. I've heard it's gross, like real gross. So that's not a plus either. Sugar, that's a bad choice. I don't know. Maybe I just got to exercise more. Who wants to do that? Who's got time for that? But a fabulous sales day. I'll total it up. It'll probably be what the thumbnail is, and you would have known at this point before I know. Just a wonderful. Let me just look at quick review. Just rough math. It's like a $700 sales day. That is awesome. Because it was split up a little bit. I was like, okay, it's good. Yeah. I remember it was good. Doing the actual math, it was like $700. That's awesome. Michael's birthday this weekend, going camping. Wish us luck. There's a chance of rain. Also, overnight has been in the low 50s, it might even been in the high 40s last night. It was pretty chilly. I don't mind that so much, but this is our first adventure out with the baby and the family, something where we're not really sure how it's going to go. We do have some friends with their children going to camp next to us, so that'll be a help, you know, more eyes, that kind of thing. We're just going to prepare the best we can and see how it goes. I love camping. What I do when I go camping is I am the cook. I'm in charge. Don't try to cook something. You're hungry, let me know. I will cook it. I like to do the sandwich makers, the over the fire sandwich makers, because you can make everything in them. French toast, got you. Grilled ham and cheese, got you. Grilled peanut butter and jelly, amazing. Pizzas, great. Pies, awesome. I'm talking everything. If I can put it in a sandwich maker, I'll make it for you. You can cook an egg, just a fried egg in them. It's perfect. It's easier to flip a fried egg in a sandwich maker over a fire than it is to flip a fried egg in a pan in your kitchen, because it's in a container. You just flip it. So I think it'll go good. Got a few last minute things that might be a problem. Need some replacement poles for our tent that hopefully will get here today. If not, I might just have to go buy a tent. I mean, that's like worst case scenario, and I would be pretty awful, you know, go shell out $150 for a tent last minute. But all in all, I think Mike will be happy. Presents, super easy. He's into Pokemon, and we've got Pokemon galore just stacked everywhere that I've been buying. So, you know, I just gotta pull something down to give to him, and he will be over the moon about it. Hopefully that goes well. I'm sure it will. If not, at least it'll be a story that the kids get to have forever. Remember that camping trip where it was terrible and it rained and Dad swore all the time? Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.